Pisces, yours are very interesting. I've been running into a lot of Pisces lately, which is rare. You guys are usually hiding or swimming somewhere else. Um, but I've been noticing this right away. Pisces are getting into integrity with themselves. They're finally starting to come into that they're going to love themselves and love themselves some more. They're not going to worry about the karma. They're not going to worry about the empath energy they're picking up on others. They're going to put themselves first in relationships. And so if you on the new moon were not really loving yourself and putting yourself first, you might have had some stuff go down with a relationship. You might have someone boycott you or talk you down or any kind, just trouble in love, trouble in relationships, even relationships, you're a boss. So it's really important to, in everything you do, make sure you are loving yourself first and loving yourself some more first, and then go on to do something for someone else. And if you do that, you're going to find this week that relationships go smoothly. If relationships do not go smoothly this week, then we know it's not going smoothly with you at the core. Now, we have the square to Jupiter, which is feelings and emotion. And so you have, one thing about Pisces is, this is so weird that they use the mind to articulate their feelings. But because you use your mind, you think about your feelings. It's like you're a philosopher about your feelings. You're like, that was and I've known Pisces, they'll go off on this philosophy and I'll be like, but how do you feel? You just went off in this diatribe. You sound like a hero in a film going off on a monologue, but what do you really feel? And so Pisces can talk themselves into stuff that they don't really feel. Their mind sees the logic and they buy it. And so because they're a Pisces that's reflective of reality, Virgo, they'll actually, their own mind's thoughts will fool them to say this is how they're feeling, when really what you're feeling are your thoughts. You're feeling your thoughts coming back to you. So the point is that you must now, when it comes to your feelings, they must be completely in alignment with how you treat yourself. If you don't feel good, then you're not treating yourself very well. Okay. And vice versa. If you feel really good, then you might actually be doing good with your relationship to yourself. So your emotions are checking whether or not you are a good person to yourself, is what it says. Now, the opposition to Saturn is in your sign, which is your character, the way you behave, etc. The universe is saying you must have an open heart with how you behave. You must have an open heart with every time you return the ball. You must always have an open heart when you take action. And that's also shown by having Leo in your 6th house as a backup of that. So what's going to happen this week is you're going to realize you may not be nice to yourself in the background, the mirage, which is causing you to not be nice in the world, and vice versa. You not being nice to yourself when you're out there in the world might be making you beat yourself up in your mirage and in the background. So your behavior in the world must match your behavior with yourself, and both behaviors must be loving. And then, of course, Venus. And Venus in Libra for you showed you last week how crappy you are with drawing boundaries with yourself and keeping to them. And we all knew that now, didn't we? Pisces are not great with boundaries. It's because they're so fluid with them. They can sort of get into a spot that other people won't get into because they're so loosey-goosey with their boundaries. That's fine with others. But basically, Venus says you've got to be fair, honest, open, true, to where you are either lying to yourself or letting yourself down or not following through or falling into laziness, whatever the case is. You now know where the problems are. So if you accept and receive, like, yes, those are my problems. I've got a problem. Then as Venus goes in this next chapter, which is all the boundaries to other people, you'll know exactly where the boundaries need to go with them because you will have learned where you failed with yourself. If, however, you go into Pisces denial and go to the bar and drink, sorry, but that's the cliche, and you don't really accept that you are bad with the boundaries, then you're going to be sloppy with all your boundaries with other people, and you're going to make more of a mess than good as Venus continues to go on, and probably get yourself into some quagmires or some situations. So Pisces are really coming to their own right now, and integrity, loving yourself and loving yourself some more, is the way to make sure that happens.